Hey Bod Squad, how's it going, ladies? So I don't know what this deal is here. I guess the sun is shining on leaves and it's making a weird shadow on my chest there. But I wanted to talk to you guys about goal setting because I'm reading this amazing book called The 10X Rule. I don't know if you guys have ever read this book. It's this one by Grant Cardone. It is changing my life. I was reading it last night and I wanted to scream from the rooftops. It was so good. And just to let you know, before I go live, I always feel like I'm going to throw up because it makes me so nervous. Oh my gosh. It never really gets easier. I mean, it does a little bit, but gosh, it scares me every time. But it's good practice, right? Because I like to go live every month to do a live coach sneak peek instead of doing like a 3-day or 4-day or 5-day action step group. I like to go live on there. So huge game changer, by the way. I'm going to update the file on that so that you guys can start to go live more, because that's really where people engage with you and everything. So I want to talk to you about goals. So what really prompted me to want to talk about this, and I'll make this short, reading this book for one. And then two, one of my coaches had commented on a post, and I'm sure you maybe saw it this past week. It was back in April of 2015, about 5 months after I became a coach. I wrote down my goals that I wanted to achieve in the next month, 6 months, and a year. And a lot of them were really big, scary goals, like paying off my car, going diamond, making 50 grand, paying off my student loans in 2017. And, I had them written down, but what I didn't do in the beginning as a coach is I did not focus on my goals every single day, every single week, or even every single month. And when I saw that coach boost that post in the Bod Squad team page, because when you comment on stuff, it boosts it back up to the beginning of the thread, and I was amazed because I met 3 of those huge goals. I paid off my student loans in 2017, which I had written down that I wanted to do. I went diamond in exactly 10 days after I wrote that goal down, and I paid off my car in a couple of months, and that was one of my goals on there too. One of my other goals is to pay off my mortgage by 2020. That's $350,000, but we'll see what happens. But I have the mindset of I'm gonna do it, and even if I don't reach that goal, you know what? Pushing for that goal is going to get me a lot better off than if I wouldn't have made big, lofty goals. So if you're joining, say hi, guys. And so that right there spoke volumes to me, that when we write goals down, we are more likely to achieve them because we are revolving our life around it. Out of sight, out of mind, right? So I wanted to talk to you about that and just how big your goals need to be with this. It needs to be huge. I can't tell you how many times, and even when I started as a new coach, I was like, because I'm fearful, I'm gonna, set my goals really small because that's realistic, and I just don't want to disappoint myself, and so I'm just gonna set these goals really low, and I'll just start really small and just work my way up. Well, the problem with that is average thinking doesn't get you anywhere, right? Like if you have average goals, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get average. So if you want this amazing life, whatever that looks like for you, you have to set big goals that are just out of reach, right? That is the key. To not set them too lofty, like, I'm going to be a millionaire by the end of this year. That's probably not quite realistic, but setting goals just out of reach so that you push hard and so that you are so enthusiastic and it pushes you to work every single day. And another thing that you have to do is write down your goals and make a vision board, make a list of your goals and have it in front of you every single day so that you know what you're working towards. You guys, I don't like to talk about money very much, but because I've basically started this business with huge goals, my income, which to me was absolutely needed at the time. I needed this thing to go somewhere. Maybe that's not your story. Maybe your story is, to have more spending money. However, if you join this and you're like, I just want spending money, you're probably not going to go far, because let's get real. The coaches who are the most successful in this business are the ones who have life-changing goals that they want to get out of this. Like maybe they are so far in debt and maybe they want to be able to be home with their kids more. those are the people who reach their goals, and those are the people that stick with this business long term. So I personally have always had big goals, and so if you're wondering why I'm having success, that's why. That's a huge part of it. There's obviously more that goes into it. Hard work, over time with consistency. But you guys, just this past month alone, I made 53 times my initial investment back. My initial investment of $140, I made back 53 times that amount this past month alone. You do the math. Ever since starting in December 2014, I made 571 times that initial investment. Again, do the math. Those goals were not reached by having small goals, okay? They just weren't. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to write down your goals from now on as if you've already achieved them, okay? You need to write down, I have paid off my student loan debts. You know, I have a very happy and healthy marriage. I have healthy kids. I am staying at home with my kids now. You know, you want, whatever you want, you have to write as if it's happening, because that way it's much more attainable. If you missed the start of this video, I'm reading this book right now, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. It's absolutely changing my life. I might as well just highlight the whole book because it's that good. I was reading it to Easton last night when he was in his jumper just to get my personal development in, and I read it, you know, like a bedtime story. Just, you know, no excuses. No freaking excuses, right guys? Like, I could read off so many snippets of this book, but I will spare you. But overall, if you approach something with average thinking, if you approach something with average goals, that's what you're going to get out of it. So when a new coach from now on tells me in the beginning that they want to start out small, I'm going to ask them, what are your goals? What are your goals long term? What are your goals for 1 month from now, 6 months from now? And if they're big, guess what? I'm going to tell them, you're not starting out small. You are going to push. You are going to push hard. You are going to put in the hard work, because my job is not to have you guys do the work. That's your job. But my job is to show you that this is possible through my own actions, right? And if I have seen how this can change my life and someone else's big goals, you bet your ass I'm going to tell you, you're going to push. If you don't push, you're not going to reach those goals. And if you want those goals bad enough, you got to freaking push. So no more excuses, no more average. Hi guys, hi Amber, hi Tiffany, hi everyone that's joining. I'm drinking my coffee and it's really large today, and that's probably why I'm like so freaking energetic right now. But honestly, this high is from reading personal development, making big freaking goals, crushing them, and knowing that you guys can do it too. And this month is going to be epic because we have our Dash to Diamond group and our Team Cup group. And if you're in this group, I had you guys put in $10 because I'm wanting people to get out what they put in, right? You have to put a little skin in the game. You have to increase your accountability. Otherwise, you're not going to reach your goals, right? I don't want people just to join a group just to join a group. We all know how that goes. You have to have something put in. So I want you to revamp your goals today. I want you to write down and make a list of what your goals are. Make them very specific as if they've already happened. And I want your actions to match your goals, okay? The 10X rule means put in 10 times the work. I'm all about work smarter, not harder, but at the end of the day, it's all a numbers game. You have to increase your numbers if you want more success. That means talking to more people. That means increasing your numbers on your goals, okay? Woo! That felt so good to get that out. I was just like screaming from the rooftops when reading this book, drinking my coffee, and you guys, our team has grown 25% in the last month. Like 100 new coaches joined our team in the last month, and it's just the most amazing thing. And I'm just, every day I'm telling my husband like how excited I am. Like, our team is in the top 0.01%. We were number 57 finishing 2016, and I know that we have the potential to go top 10. And guess what? That's on my vision board. Top 10's on my list. It's a scary freaking goal, but it is so possible. Anybody can make anything of this thing. The only thing stopping you is yourself, okay? I want you to write down your new goals as if you've already met them, and I want you to take a screenshot and post it below. Bye. Love you guys.